Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Titles social media marketing strategist and educator. I get the pleasure of bringing you all Marketing Matters, our webinar every Wednesday live. And this month, it's the beginning of May, and we're really excited to talk about social media, everything social media. Social media is such a great and free tool for realtors to market their business, to grow their sphere, and to just show that they are actively engaged in all things real estate, all things community. It's a really great platform to showcase who you are, to build that trust among your clients and prospective clients. And of course, best of all, these platforms are all free marketing. You don't even need to put social media into your marketing budget. You do need to budget it in for time if that's how you're going to spend your time marketing. But there are some really great tools. So we're going to cover my favorite platforms today. So the platforms that we're going to be covering are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Threads. I know that's a lot right there. And people always ask, Sarah, do I have to be on every single social media platform? No, you do not. I am going to cover all of these platforms today. There are 7 different platforms that we're going to cover. However, I always recommend picking maybe your top 3 that you can be consistently active on, and then really dial it into what is your favorite. So number 1 favorite, and then maybe like 3 that you can cross market on. You can use a lot of the same content for these different platforms as well. And that's what we're going to cover today. So don't be overwhelmed the fact that we're covering 7 different platforms. No, you do not have to be on all of them, my friends. But pick out a few and really be diligent in working them. So let's talk about the number 1 and number 2 largest. This is going to be Instagram and Facebook. Both are owned by the Meta Corporation, and you can link these pages together. So you kind of almost get a 2-for-1 deal, right? You can post on Instagram and share over to Facebook. Sharing a lot of the similar content is great. However, there are different demographics on each of them. That's why these 2 are kind of my favorite. And the demographics that are on Facebook and Instagram are people typically that are in the home buying and selling process. Facebook, you get a little bit older demographic, but these are going to be your boomers and millennials. A lot of them are selling off their portfolios in the boomer category. They are downsizing. They're buying their last house. They're looking for retirement communities. A lot of them are, like I said, downsizing their portfolios as well and preparing, for their legacies, for their children. And then millennials, these are people that are, a lot of times, these are investors. Sometimes they're first-time investors. Most of them have been in the home buying process, for years. These aren't necessarily your first-time home buyers, but there are also first-time home buyers on Instagram. So these are 2 really great platforms. There are different features on each, such as post, or not different features, but are on each of them, such as posts, stories, reels, and lives. So posts, these go to your main page. This is what your followers and your friends can see. Stories, these are at the top of your feed. They only last for 24 hours. And it gives you an opportunity to showcase what you're doing in real time. To keep active stories, you need to never let them die. So that means that every 24 hours, you need to go in and you need to be actively adding more to your stories. This can be one picture, video, meme. It can be dozens of pictures, videos, and memes. However you choose to go about it, but the important thing is to not let them die. Reels are a hot video feature on both platforms. Video is definitely taking over social media. So utilizing video is really important. To get the best features, have a creator account. A lot of times we get in there, we set up a personal account, we set up a business account. But go in, this is on Instagram, and make sure that you are set as a creator. You're going to get better options and better shareability. And then it's a copycat platform. So you can get in there and you can see what other people are doing and you do the same thing. Yes, super cool. Really is easy to create content in there too. And then lives. Lives, this was a big feature maybe about 6 years ago. People were just starting to get on lives, and then the pandemic hit and people stopped doing them because we weren't supposed to be in person seeing each other. But they are making a comeback. So doing lives again is great. They also get the best viewership because people get notifications when you go live. You can reshare your lives. You can actually download and reuse that content as well. So lives are still a really great way to bring attention to your social media. Now, let's talk about my personal absolute favorite is still Facebook. I have had a Facebook account for the last 14 years. Before that, it was MySpace, right? So this one has the longevity. This is the one that a lot of people are on. If you have younger kids, yeah, they're going to tell you if you're on Facebook, you're old, but whatever. Older people are the ones buying homes, kids, right? So there's some different features that you can use on Facebook and different frequencies and content. So the frequencies, and I'm going to talk about frequencies and content for each of these platforms. You can post 2 to 3 times a day on Facebook. Now, this is posting on your wall, right? So your posts get pushed down. People want you to constantly be feeding them content on Facebook. So the frequency of posting is probably the greatest on Facebook. What are you going to post? Well, you can post properties, pictures, your face. Yes, you. And then reviews, testimonials, and of course, video. Facebook is a huge video platform. Now, this is a question I get asked a lot too, because you can have a business or a personal page on Facebook. I think it is really important to have a personal page. This is where people are going to get to know you. It gives you a little bit more freedom, a little bit more creativity. You can integrate your business as well as your personal life on a personal page. However, I think it is still important to have a business page. There's a couple of benefits just besides it legitimizing you as an actual business. You can post your reviews there. You have unlimited friends. Personal page, you only have 5,000 friends that you can have. For a realtor, sometimes that's just not enough. A business page, unlimited friends. So a couple of tips that I have for you if you're setting up a business page, or if you have a business page, go back in and make sure that you have it set up this way. All 3 categories. There are 3 categories. Make sure all of them are real estate. A lot of times people go in and they just pick one category, like I'm a realtor. Go back in and fill out all of the categories. That's going to help with your searchability. The hours of business that you are open. A lot of times we don't want to put that we're open 24/7. We want to just put regular business hours, right? You don't want people calling you after hours, but you're a realtor. People are going to call you after hours. So by putting 24/7, that you're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are going to get in better algorithms. And once again, searchability is going to go up and be better for you. And then, of course, make sure all of your contact information is up to date, your phone numbers. It is very frustrating for a client to go on to your social media. And this is the way we find people a lot of times is through social media. The searchability factors on it are great. And if somebody's looking for you and they pull up your Facebook, but your contact information isn't in there, it's really frustrating. I do this all the time because sometimes people are wanting me to sign them up for classes, and I'll go search for their information in Facebook and I can't find it. So if I can't find it and I'm a social media expert, your clients are going to have a hard time finding it. So that's it for Facebook. Now let's cover Instagram. Instagram is my second favorite platform, and in a lot of ways is becoming more of my favorite platform. I think that's because I'm in that demographic that is supposed to be using Instagram, but I really do like the features of Instagram. I love making reels in Instagram. It's really pretty easy to do these things and to make them look fun and professional. So, posting frequency here in Instagram is a little bit less because you do have your wall in Instagram is kind of like a catch-all. It's a time capsule. You can go to somebody's page and you can see what they've posted forever. And it's kind of a visual platform. So you don't need to just constantly be feeding content. It's not as consumable as Facebook. So posting 2 to 3 times a week on Instagram is just fine. What are you posting? You're posting images, right? Images and video. It's a visual platform. So lifestyle images, your face, homes, that sort of thing. Hashtags. Now, on Facebook and Instagram, hashtags are still very important, but hashtags are cool on Instagram because hashtags basically build their own page. So if you're using a hashtag, your post could be shared onto that hashtag's page. So a lot of times people are searching for products and people on Instagram by hashtags. So it's free SEO. A couple of tips for hashtags. Don't overuse the same ones. Keep it fresh, keep it different. The sweet spot for hashtags is between 15,000 and 1 million viewers. You don't want too many people using it and you don't want too few people using it. You want to stay in that searchability sweet spot. And using ChatGPT, I'm going to talk about that later this month, but ChatGPT is a great resource for current good hashtags. We also here at Landmark Title, we have an updated list of the best hashtags for realtors. So if you want a copy of that list, reach out to your business development manager and we'll get them for you. And then bio tips and tricks. You have 2 usernames, basically, 2 handles on Instagram. You've got your main one and then you've got a secondary one. Make sure that you are including realtor, real estate, something of that nature in at least one of those bio titles, those handles. That, once again, is going to help with your searchability on Instagram. All right, guys, moving on to YouTube. I talk a lot about YouTube on here because we use it all the time for all of our video content. So if there is a recorded video from Landmark Title, you will find it on our YouTube channel. Posting frequency, though, a higher frequency is going to get you better algorithms on YouTube. And sandbagging your videos and posting them all at once is how you are going to get into those better algorithms. So kind of batch your content if that's what you're doing, and then upload it all at the same time. And then what are you posting? How-tos and long form. So YouTube is really, it's a cool platform too, because it is searchable through Google. So how often are you searching up a topic on Google and you are getting YouTube videos popping up on how to do things or how to answer? You probably at this point, you are more likely to find videos at the top of your Google search than anything else. And most of these are going to be on YouTube. So how-tos are super, super important. There is a new feature on YouTube, and I say new, it's probably been out for over a year now, called YouTube Shorts. This is their version of Reels, of TikTok short form videos. They are under 1 minute. If you are uploading a video onto YouTube and it is under a minute, it's going to automatically go into Shorts. Now you can upload these videos as well and directly into Shorts. So you've got that kind of long form video format and short form on YouTube. Thumbnails are very important as well. Make sure that you're customizing your thumbnails. You're not just picking one of the slides in the video or picking an image from the video. Do a little bit more. In fact, I've got a couple of examples over here, the little picture in there, and you can see one is just a caption from the video. One is a flyer and one is a customized thumbnail. You are much more likely to click on that customized thumbnail than you are any of the other videos. And then YouTube, once again, it's free. It's free SEO, just like so many of these social media platforms. We love free, but make sure that you're really capitalizing on some of that SEO by using tags. Make sure it's searchable. The titles, make sure they're searchable. Descriptions, make sure they're searchable. Once again, you can use AI, ChatGPT, for a lot of these. And I know people that once ChatGPT came out, and they were already posting on YouTube, but they started using YouTube for their titles and their descriptions, and their SEO went up dramatically. So give the people what they want, utilize this, your tools basically to get the best return on what you are doing. All right. TikTok. Yes, I'm going to cover TikTok, guys. Now, I know that this is some people, they are not interested in being on TikTok. I know that TikTok is a very controversial app and platform for us here in the United States, but we cannot deny its usability. People are on it. And a lot of times, people are like, well, why would I be on that? Because they're young people on that. Like, they can't even buy homes. These are our next first-time home buyers. So I think it is important to cover this. And some people, they really love this platform. So the posting frequency, at least once a week. I think making videos, it's good to shoot for a goal of once a week. TikTok is all videos. It's all short form videos. That's it. That's the only purpose that it serves. So you have to be making videos. It can be a little bit more daunting to make videos too. So I think once a week is pretty good. What are you posting? You're posting what's trending. The best way to figure out what's trending on TikTok is just get in there and just start watching and seeing what other people are doing. Once again, it's a copycat platform. So whatever is popular is what you should be recreating on there. Then engagement on TikTok is huge. Make sure that as people are engaging with you, you're responding, you're sharing, you're following content on there. That's how you really create engagement on this platform. And then reposting to other platforms. Now, this is an important one to discuss, because if you are making content in TikTok, there is a share button that you can share to Instagram and Facebook really easily. One click of a button. However, it's gonna watermark. There's gonna be that little TikTok emblem on your video. And because Instagram and Facebook are meta corporations, they are competitors with TikTok. They do not like when you post content directly from TikTok. So make sure that you're going in and you're removing the watermark. You can use SnapTik. It's an app that can just remove those watermarks before you post to the other platforms. However, if you're making reels, if you're making video content, TikTok is a really good platform to go ahead and add into Facebook, Instagram, maybe, like I said, YouTube Shorts, and cover all your bases. I just mentioned all of these different platforms. These are all the platforms that do short form video. And Instagram and Facebook, they are both meta corporation. They share nice together. However, TikTok and YouTube, like I said, they don't necessarily share nice together. However, you can make videos. You can make them in a separate app like CapCut or InShot. And then you can upload that same video to all of these platforms and cover all of your bases, right? If you're making short form video, why would you not get on and cover your bases on all of these different platforms? So these could be your top 4 platforms if you're making videos right here. All right, let's talk about some of the other platforms now. LinkedIn, yeah, LinkedIn is still a relevant platform. The frequency that you should be posting on it 2 to 3 times a week. And I like LinkedIn too, because I think it is the business, all business side of social media. When you get on LinkedIn, you know that it's going to be business related. It's not going to be a lot of feel good. It's not going to be a lot of fluff. It's going to be content. So good content 2 to 3 times a week is great on there. the content can be the same stuff that you are posting on your Facebook business page too. So keep it business, keep it professional. There was a push for a little while to make LinkedIn a lot more like Facebook, and people started sharing personal things. And I think it's kind of gone back to that super business platform because that's what we really want it for. So engagement on here can be even greater than your Facebook business page because more business professionals are on LinkedIn. And then who are you connecting with on LinkedIn? One of the great groups to connect with on LinkedIn are out of state realtors. So getting those referrals, right? If you're on LinkedIn, you're active on LinkedIn, other realtors are going to be more interested in engaging with you and potentially sending you referrals. Now, you can't just get on and be like, hey, I'm in Phoenix. If you have any referrals, send them my way. You still have to build that relationship with people. Ask them if they want to do a call. Ask them if they want to have coffee with you over Zoom and get to know the out of state agents from LinkedIn and make those connections. Also, it's great too if there's a certain business group that you work with. I know a lot of realtors who work with like medical professionals, and they're really good at finding them homes and whatnot. So they get on LinkedIn and they connect with medical professionals in the area and have been able to really build a great referral network based on that type of clientele from LinkedIn. All right, Twitter, or X as it's now called. It's still around. It's still a popular platform. Once again, some of these social media platforms are a little more controversial than others. Twitter's even gotten a new, logo and a facelift, but it still offers the same great opportunities to build a community and market through social media. So posting frequency. Twitter is a lot of posting. You should really be posting at least once a day. However, I really encourage you to do quality over quantity of your posts on Twitter. If it's a lot of nonsense and fluff and complaining and things like that, people are going to disengage with it. But if it's really good information, people are going to be more interested. What are you posting? Well, property listings, visual content. Yes, you can put pictures and videos in there. Market insight, tips and advice, client testimonials, local events, and of course, industry news. A lot of people go to Twitter for news. So if it's coming from you and you are a credible source, people are going to know, like, and trust you just from the information that you're providing on this platform. And then engagement. Engagement can be huge on Twitter. Make sure that you're getting on too, and you're not just posting. Go respond and comment to other people. Use hashtags on there. Ask questions. And then one of the biggest features on there is the ability to retweet and share. This one drives engagement crazy. And then you can also run polls. People love to give their opinions. So a lot of people are on Twitter with some very strong opinions, right? So why not capitalize on that? Ask them for their opinions. You're going to get some great engagement if you do. And then last, but certainly not least, is the new meta feature Threads. Threads is very much like Twitter. It is kind of the Meta Corporation's response to all of the turmoil that Twitter's been under the last couple of years. So there's a lot of advantages because it's a brand new platform. Now you can use the same login from your Instagram and Facebook, which makes it cool. It links everything together. Sometimes it's nice to have everything in a nice, neat little package. But there are a lot of benefits to being an early adopter of a new platform. It's funny because when this came out last year, the only people that were on it were marketing professionals. We honed right in on it, but now it is being adopted by a lot of other people. So it's really good to get on a platform before it becomes saturated and be the person in the know about it, right? There are a lot of unique features that are on Threads that are not on Instagram, they are not on Facebook, that really allow you to creatively market. and showcase properties and events and features in different ways than you can on the other platforms. There is less competition on there. Not every realtor is on there. You know that every realtor is on Facebook, and most of them are on Instagram, but they're not all on Threads yet. So if you're the one setting the precedence on Threads, you're going to get a leg up. It also gives you the opportunity to really build the community that you're looking for, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So get on there, start vibing, and start being that community expert within this new sphere. And then there are algorithm benefits to being a newer user on a platform. These, they obviously, the Meta Corporation wants you to be using their platforms over Twitter. So there are going to be some good benefits to being an early adopter on these platforms. All right, guys, that's it. That is my social media basics in a nutshell. I pared that down from a class that usually takes about an hour, hour and a half. So thank you for letting me talk fast through it. If you have any questions, please put them up there. Let me know. I'm going to cruise through the other classes that we have coming up this month. There's a lot. So May 3rd, this Friday, let's talk about VA loans. Yes, we're going to be feeding you 12 to 2 p.m. in North Scottsdale at the Cross Country Mortgage. If you want to get RSVP for that, reach out to Patty. And then next week, I'll be at the Keller Williams Goodyear office. We're going to be talking about Breakthrough Broker. If you happen to hop on last week, we did a little overview of Breakthrough Broker. This one's going to go much more in depth. It's going to be an hour and a half. So we did Breakthrough Broker in half an hour. This one's going to be far expanded. That's going to be May 7th. So if you want to attend that, once again, reach out to Patty. Patty's got a lot going on this month, but it's May, right? We got to go where we can. And then on that same day, Renee is hosting a fraud in real estate lunch and learn Zoom class. So this is going to be, I think, on both. Like you can attend in person or you can do a Zoom. Tiffany is going to be the instructor for that. She is our everything here at Landmark Title. So you're going to want to attend this May 7th, 11:30 to 1:30 at the, oh, it says Goodyear Title, but I think it's on Zoom. So reach out to Renee for the details on that. And then continuing education the following day, Wednesday, May 8th, 9 to 12. This is going to be on the 1031 tax code. And it's going to give you 3 hours of legal issues. This is off Camelback Road, RSVP to Mary for that one. And then East Valley, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. Real estate and fraud on May 14th from 2 to 3 at Total Wine. RSVP to Keith or Beth for this one. And there'll be complimentary wine tasting after. Can't beat that. And then more CE classes. May is a great time to get in some CE right before summer, right? This one is going to be it's going to give you 3 hours of disclosure, and we're going to be talking about inspections. This is at the Atrium at Arrowhead, May 15th from 9 until noon. Reach out to Patty or Michael, get RSVP'd for that one. This one, space is limited, so you're going to want to definitely reach out sooner than later. And then you can go right to a happy hour. Yes, same day, same area of town. We've got a happy hour right after that disclosures class, 4 to 6 p.m. at Arriba's Mexican Grill. This one will be super fun. Head on over to that, get your CE credits, and then go get some appetizers and drinks. And then we've got on May 20th, we've got Patrick McQueen. Patrick McQueen comes and does a lot of classes for us, and he is a wealth of knowledge. This one is we're going to be discussing everything you need to know about distressed foreclosures and other properties with issues. Then this one's going to be on Zoom. So May 20th, 10 a.m. until it's usually about an hour long. Reach out to Renee if you want to attend this one. You will get great nuggets of information about this. And then on May 22nd, we've got the amazing Deanna Bone coming to do a class on the buyer broker agreement. This one is going to be a really, really good class. There's so much controversy right now about the buyer broker agreement. So head on over Total Wine again, 2 to 3:30 and wine tasting. Reach out to Beth or Keith to get RSVP'd for that one as well. And then, of course, we've always got our home tours coming up. Third Thursdays is Moon Valley. Fourth Wednesdays, Biltmore. Attend, have a good time, get your content for social media, right? And then, of course, if you guys have a minute, I'd love to hear from you about what your thoughts are on our Marketing Matters webinar. What do you want to hear more of? So scan that link, go. Takes 1 minute to do the survey. Please, please, please do my survey. I'd love to hear from you guys. It will help shape the content for future webinars. And of course, thank you to our business development management team. I always tell you guys, reach out to them if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you need help in any way, they are your resource. So reach out to Beth, Keith, Mary, Michael, Michelle, Patty, or Renee, and they'll help you get stuff done. And that's it for us today. Thank you of course, to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you great content like this every single week. We do have 7 offices across the valley to service all of your escrow and title needs, as well as 1 up in Prescott, 2 up in Nevada. So please think of us on your next contract. Summer's heating up, the market's going to be hot, and we would love to work with you. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week for Reels.